Each day, people endure injustices for which they oftentimes cannot afford to pay legal fees for an attorney to argue over it in a court of law. But since 1999, the Office of the Ombudsman has been there to offer this kind of help to people who have been aggrieved, abused, or even marginalized. Today, on the occasion of Ombuds Day, we attended a ceremony in observance of this important office. Ombudsman H. Gilbert Suazo shared with us what his office does.
We exist for people who suffer injustice, people who are vulnerable, people who essentially are not getting the service that they believe that they deserve. We in the office need for those members of the general public to come and make the complaint, because it is only through the complaint that we are able to do our job from the Office of the Ombudsman. And that is a point that I want to emphasize. No need to suffer in silence, and the only way we know that you need help is you have to come to the office and make that written complaint, and that starts the process.
The people who call on the Office of the Ombudsman quite frequently are inmates at the Belize Central Prison. CEO of Colby Foundation, Virgilio Murillo, told News 5 that while many prisoners feel their rights are violated at the facility, he for one has a zero-tolerance rule for abuse among prison wardens.
There's a common tendency for prisoners to mix discipline with torture. I will tell you that if I pick up that my guards are being abusive and they're ill-treating prisoners or they're torturing prisoners, I am the kind of person who will action that right away. I don't need the ombudsman or any human rights body for that matter to come and point out my what you call it, in observance of these illegal acts, if you want to call them that.
It has never happened.
It has happened, but I tend to fire my people instantaneously.
One group of persons who will now benefit from the expansion of the Ombudsman Office are people with disabilities, as the Disability Desk Coordinator in the Ministry of Human Development, Marshall Nunes, explains.
The persons who are living with disability are the most marginalized, and several of us are from the lower economic bracket. So, and we do need legal advice and even access to justice. And I think the Ombudsman Office exists to provide that at very low or at no cost. And so it becomes very important that for persons who are living with disability, reach out to the Ombudsman Office, because we do find ourselves in legal perils, and so we need to get that kind of legal advice and support.
Back when the Ombudsman Office opened in the year 2000, it was staffed with only 3 persons. But Belize's first ombudsman, Paul Rodriguez, told us that they still managed to get a lot of work done.
You know, people come to complain to you about 1,000,001 things, and you really win the attention of people when you stop and listen to what they have to say. Very often, the very telling of the problem to the ombudsman makes the person see what the problem really is, and the person himself or herself finds a solution and goes about his business with the advice, if needed, of the ombudsman.
The office of the Ombudsman is located at number 91 Freetown Road in Belize City. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.